Next up, we have Omnic.AI.
Thanks. Thank you for having me here. I'm Sean Meredith, CEO and co-founder of Omnic.AI. We help gamers game smarter using AI. We're live today at forge.omnic.ai. I'm happy to announce that as of just 2 days ago, we surpassed delivering over 300,000 insights to our users. And we've been growing our user base a little bit, over 40% month over month, since we came out of beta here at the end, right before the holidays last year. Now, what do? We help gamers to game smarter by reducing a lot of tedium tasks that they have been doing in their current player performance, like progression. So as an example, an esports gamer, especially at the younger level, will be watching maybe hundreds of hours of Twitch to try to improve or get better, when they really want to just be playing the game. So we have developed a proprietary AI that watches video of your gameplay, extracts information and statistics from that video, and then also makes recommendations on how you can play better. And we've trained over hundreds of thousands of hours of video from not only professional players, but players at all levels, so that we can thumbprint, fingerprint, and categorize the users and help meet them where they're at and bring them kind of to the next stage. So the people that use Omnic.AI are literally at every level, from that aspiring gamer that just wants to have some bragging rights with their friends, to someone at maybe the high school level that's trying to get a collegiate scholarship, and then likewise, someone who's trying to go professional or semi-professional, or even the professional that's trying to get to the top of the league. We've worked with all of those different use groups, and we've been able to prove that Omnic.AI works. This was created for gamers by experts. As I mentioned, I'm an MIT grad, so I'm super happy to be back here in Boston, and went to graduate school, did my PhD work here. I have a strange background. I was a plasma physicist and fusion nuclear engineer. So as you can imagine, when we look at fusion plasmas, if you want to take a reading, you can't just stick a thermometer in the plasma, it would just melt. So we used a lot of computer vision techniques to try to predict what was going on with the plasma and what would happen next. And as some of the different esports leagues started to maybe mature and some started leaning towards traditional sports league models, I called up co-founder, Chuck Goldman, who I'd worked with at Apple for several years, and said, hey, I think I have an idea that we can take this computer vision problem and apply it to watching video. He immediately got it because his son was a League of Legends scholarship holder at UMass Amherst. So he saw the value right away. And that's what got us started. We did the Techstars program and came out of that, and were able to add on super high-class advisors, and Rich Miner, founder and CTO of Android, is our lead investor and helped lead our seed round. We have been operating off that seed round to date, and we've been able to accomplish a lot. We currently cover 3 games, Valorant, Fortnite, and Overwatch 2. We have Rocket League coming soon. We had an army of interns over the summer that we trained on how to train our AI, and we will be launching the top 10 esports titles by the end of the year. That gives us access to 1.8 billion gamers worldwide. We have great conversion rates, and our customer acquisition cost is down to $1.38 on a $9.99 per month subscription. We found that using influencers for our marketing strategy has been very good However, we're a startup. We can't compete with, the Intels of the world that purchase time with the most prominent influencers. So we call them micro-influencers, people that have maybe 10 to 20,000 followers, maybe 100 to 200 on their stream at a time. But that has been very successful, as well as partnering with several different colleges and universities that are in the top tiers of esports to bring in more revenue. So as I mentioned, we're up at 7,500 monthly active users. So when we prepared these slides just a couple weeks ago, we had delivered 290,000 insights. Like you said, we're up over 300,000 now. I think the thing that is really heartening to us is the last 100,000 of those have come in the last 6 weeks. So we're growing. We have a highly engaged audience. Most of those are in that collegiate and high school level. We get a little over 550,000 page views per month. And as you can see, Andy Miller, the owner at NRG, after they used the tool, they were like 20 out of 20 teams are going to have to use this. It just becomes a no-brainer. One of the things we like to highlight about the Forge, which is the name of our product, is that we're multi-platform. Since we just analyze video, we don't rely upon a publisher or a publisher's API. We literally just need to see video of their gameplay. We're global. We built in internationalization from the get-go because we knew markets like Korea and China will be large markets for us. For instance, in Korea, there's many parents that will actually pay for tutoring after school, or even people that actually drop out of school to become esports stars. It's a universal game tech. As you can see, we modularized our AI so that we can operate on any game, and our eventual goal is to help any gamer playing any game get better. And then we present unbiased data. So we can kind of be that repository for, since we have no skin in the game with any particular publisher or anything, we can be this data repository of this is actually the thing that happened across game or across publisher. And so with that, if you're an advertiser or a brand looking to engage with a hard-to-reach demographic in that high school and collegiate level, please come talk to me. And if you're an investor, we're starting to raise a seed round now, and come grow with Omnic.AI. With that, I'll open it up for questions.
Two quick questions. The first question is actually, so how does it actually per se work, right? Each individual gamer sitting at home, so to speak, or in a collegiate level practicing, they basically store every single game session they do, and then it can upload it to you, or do you run actually localized live, so to speak, on the machine? Question number one. Question number two was, today, if people use a coach or some other way to actually get better, what are the cost points for those compared to your solution?
You bet. Those are great questions. So the first one is, the easiest way to use our platform is you go to forge.omnic.ai, you sign up, you can connect your Twitch or YouTube account, and as soon as you do that, every time you go live to stream on Twitch, and it's a game that we analyze, our AI is watching it and analyzing. And we deliver you a post-match report within just a couple minutes after you finish your match. The second one, price point, is very important. There's actually been several people that have tried similar things with coaching and esports in the past. They did it with human coaches. It's really hard to scale, for one. And two, those human coaches are $40 to $80 an hour. And we can offer this at $9.99 a month, unlimited matches, 24/7. And in addition to that, one of the reasons that we've had such a good response in the collegiate and high school markets, in high school, as an example, many times the coach is a math teacher or a counselor that got assigned. They know maybe the leadership and communication skills type stuff, but they know nothing about the game. So they go, wow, wait, this knows about the game and can help my kids? Great. At the collegiate level, where we've had a lot of success is if you take a school like Ohio State University, they may only have about 50 people on on their esports team. So it's a very small sale for us. But what we're then able to do is offer them a revenue share agreement so that they can sell to their club members. And their club members, they have over 6,000 students in their club. So now the team gets to generate money to help fund their team, and they get access to data of their up-and-coming club members to use for recruiting for the next cohort.
So give us some examples of what the insights look like. If I play a game, what is my readout report going to look like?
Yep. So there's several different things that you get. After you finish a match, you will get a digital player card that has some high-level stats, a picture of your agent and maybe your map and you on it that you can share on social media. We also give a highlight video so you can see your highlights during that match. This is important more for, say, even content creators that are streaming like 8 or 10 hours a day, because now they get a little 30-second clip from each match that they can then post on YouTube or something. The next thing that you get, and probably the most important, is you get our AI-generated insights. And those insights can be anything from, say, a particular maybe performance insight to a team insight to a map insight. So as an example, the other day we played in the office, we played Valorant. One of the insights that came up was you rushed side A too fast. You were 12% more likely to win if you would have rotated and gone into side A through the south entrance.
Got it. And then you talked about being able to share, and I think that's an incredibly important component of this, because among my kids' generation, if it's not shared on social media, it never happened, right? So
Yep.
Is there an overarching efficiency score? Is there like a gold standard number that you can say, this is where I am as a player in Game X?
Yeah, we're working on that in a couple of different things. What I would say is we have another part of our analysis that is very popular, but more amongst higher tier players, is we're the only tool. So for one, we're the only tool that analyzes Fortnite. For two, we're the only tool that has what we call our aim analysis engine. And we literally detect where every opponent appears on the screen, whether you targeted them or not, whether you targeted their head or their body, how long in milliseconds it took you to get your cursor over that target, and a grouping to show you that, for instance, you aim really well up and to the right, or you're really fast to respond up there, but down and to the left, you're slow, so that it allows them to adjust their pre-aim. And we have a number with that called the targeting efficiency ratio that they use.
Lots of good stuff in here.
Good.
The subscription model, how do you think about that in terms of the duration that folks will remain a subscriber? Mm-hmm. Obviously, it sounds like you're relatively new to the market, so you don't have a lot of cohort data, but
Yeah.
How do you think about that, and what do you expect the duration of subscriber engagement to be?
Yeah, so you're exactly right. We don't have a lot to go off of now. We know that every customer that we've gotten, we've retained so far, which is great. But we need to, delve deeper into that as we get that data. However, intuition basically tells us that a lot of what I would say is maybe more casual gamers or at that high school level, they may play a particular game for like 3 or 4 months, then they rotate to another one. And so what we want to do is make sure we cover those top 10. So as they rotate to these other games, we basically retain them, and they continue to use the platform to improve with the new game.
Have you considered thinking about, it sounds like the game report that you just gave gives a lot of stats.
Yep.
And some of it is a little bit more AI coaching,
Yep.
and some of it is highlights and stats that you can share.
Yep.
Right? And it seems like there's something in there around stats that you could share, maybe at a lower price point for some people so that more people are doing it, and it becomes much more of like a viral way that people get to learn about. There's a social element to doing it, and therefore playing the game and telling people is the way that you do it on your platform versus the actual game platform. So have you thought at all about a tiered pricing for different levels of engagement.
Yeah, you're precisely right. We definitely have, we still need to do a lot more with that. However, the way we have things priced right now, we have a freemium model, so we have a free version that anyone can use. You can analyze, right now we have it set so you can analyze as many matches as you want because we're interested in the data. But you can only see your last 5. If for deeper insights, you can upgrade to that $9.99 a month, and then you can see your whole history. In addition to that, at our enterprise level that we sell with schools, we have some customized reports and some more coaching type stuff. And then we've also thought about kind of splitting these out into a couple of different products, precisely for what you mentioned. Like maybe there's just a sharing one,
Just keep them on the platform.
Yep.
Right. Okay, thank you.
You bet. Thank you very much.